Hey, what's up guys, Zach from channel 7 of the TGN network, bringing you some pro tips in Cinema 4D. Hopefully this will help you learn a bit more about Cinema 4D and also like what I do on a regular basis, what I try and do anyway, and my personal save files, the way I save stuff, which will hopefully help you. If you've got any more pro tips, just let me know in the comment section below. And you're helping the community, you're letting everybody know as much as I am, which is always great, isn't it? So, okay. The first pro tip is to save your work on a regular basis. I mean, I usually save my work every 10 minutes. It's not making loads of files, it's just one file which you overwrite, and then it's saved again. I usually save it every 10 minutes or after I've done something big I really do not want to do again, because you can never really get anything right the second time around. So yeah, that's pro tip number 1. That's probably the most important, I believe. Saving your work. You never want to lose it, because it can get so frustrating that you just don't want to do that project anymore. Okay, the second one is save your work as a TIFF file. I think TIFF is personally the best one. It's a PSD layers. You can save it up to 32-bit, and you can also save it as alpha. I'd recommend that you, if you're going to do an animation, okay, you save it in a folder on its own. Rename that folder like intro animation or whatever you want to make, whatever you're making, because it will save one PSD layer for each frame. So if you've got 1,000 frames, that'll be 1,000 layers. But if you've got it in a folder, you can just drag and drop that folder into After Effects or Sony Vegas or whatever program you're using afterwards as an image sequence. So I personally think that's the best. That's what I use, and I've never gone wrong with it. Okay, pro tip number 3 is lighting. You need to use lighting cleverly. If you're trying to make it look as real as possible, lights usually come from one direction. So say this was the sun, okay, this is where your objects need to be. Say you have a background image and the sun's here, obviously the light will need to be back and up, obviously, because the light's coming in from that direction. Okay, so use lighting cleverly. You can use reflections and reflect light, and it can look superb. But if you've got lights everywhere, or it's too dark, or if it doesn't look right in your eyes, it won't look right in anybody's eyes. So make sure you get the lighting correct. That's the biggest thing when it comes to realism in Cinema 4D. Also, lighting can be found in Google. I mean, there's plenty of sites that actually offer light studios, which is always great. It takes time off your day, so you don't have to make your own. But if you want to make your own, that's obviously fine. Nobody will have a problem with that. Just need to make sure you get it right. Okay, pro tip number 4 is plugins. Now, plugins are great for Cinema 4D. It saves you so much time. I've got 3 on at the minute. I do have a lot more I need to install, but these are my 3 favourite ones. Magic Car, which allows you to make an object and then have those objects move like a car, like the wheels will turn and then the whole thing will move, and it's all in one. You can always keyframe this, but again, it takes time out of your day, and if you've got something that makes it quicker, can't go wrong. Throwsy is very useful if you're wanting to break objects up. Again, you can do this without using Throwsy, but obviously that takes more time again, and saving time is always great. And probably my favourite one is V-Ray. I can do a tutorial on V-Ray some other time, but V-Ray is an advanced rendering software. It can make stuff look so much better. It takes longer, but it's always worth it. Okay, so that's pro tip number 4. Plugins save you so much time. Okay, pro tip number 5 is modeling tips. I recommend, if you're going to model something, plan it out before you start. That's probably the biggest thing. you need to make sure you plan what you're actually going to do. If you just start off going, right, I'll have a tube here and I'll make a cube here, yeah, it's just not going to be as great as if you were planning it before you started. Okay, if you plan it before you start, it's so much easier. I've always found. I've made quite a few models. I've done a jet plane, I've done an aeroplane, I've done quite a few. You can check them out on my channel if you ever get stuck and you want to see some of the models. Come and check them out, come and download them, they're free. You can use them on any project you want. So yeah, but when modelling, work out what you're going to do before you do it. Okay, pro tip number 7 is keeping up to date. Excuse me. Pro tip number 6 is keeping your workspace tidy. Okay, so if you keep your workspace tidy and name everything, okay, if you want, what you want to do is group objects, okay, and let's call this pro tips, okay. So we've named that pro tips, and we want to name everything inside. Center cube, yeah. So and light, obviously, that's fine. But keeping your workspace tidy helps you perform quicker. If these are all named, like let's say we bring some hyper NURBs in, some lathe NURBs, some extrude NURBs, okay. If you've got all this here, it's going to take you forever to keep clicking through, find out which one's what. Yeah. So if there's like an object that you've got with 1,000 objects, if you've got a model with like 1,000 objects in it, and they're not named, you're going to be clicking through these for hours on end, and it's just going to take up so much time. So yeah, name your work and group them up. That's probably the best thing. If you want to group them up quicker, you can just click Alt G, and I'm not sure what it is for Mac. Obviously that'll be on Google somewhere. Okay. And now, actually, pro tip number 7 now is keep up to date with Cinema 4D. If you keep up to date, they're always bringing out new stuff, which is always great. It can help you get the first of something. So if you want a look that nobody else has got, if you're up to date with Cinema 4D, you can quite easily achieve that. So yeah, those are my pro tips. I recommend that if you've got more, you leave them in the comment section below, because that would be great. And thanks for watching. I've been Zach from Channel 7 of the TGN Network.
This video is part of the WAY movement, a career path in video sponsored by TGN. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.